Welcome to 4 Oak Street. Just a bit of a quick update as to how I'm going with the new module, which is the bridge module. So what you're looking at there is the church, and then obviously the track does a 90 degrees. The two levels meet at round about the bridge entry, which you can see, and as I zoom out now you can see where I'm up to with the bridge. So what I've decided to do with this module is, as you can see, the left hand side does not have the side panels on, and there's a reason for this, and that is that when I was trying to get the landscape the correct sort of gradient or whatever, it was hard to actually, what I've done in the past is I've actually cut the sideboard, which is this. I've cut those sideboards and then I've moulded the XPS foam to that. But I really needed to keep looking at how the bridge looked in relation to it. So what I actually did was I cut the foam pieces, once again using those cross-section pieces, once again using this, I think it's 12mm square for the edge, which is what I actually pin the sideboard to, and getting it pretty vertical here. So then now that's pretty much as I want. I then just come along here, I'll draw on the back the profile, cut it out with the jigsaw, and then one piece will then be screwed to this edge. So that's my sort of normal technique, I suppose. But interesting with this bridge, and I'm pretty sure that most modelers are asking themselves all the time, what's next? What do I do next? And it was pretty important with this because the bridge is not complete, and but at the same time I needed to keep trying the bridge to see how it would fit. And also, as mentioned, I needed the deck to be fairly thin on the bridge. I didn't want to have a great big whopping sort of 13 or 14mm. So what I've done is, where the bridge comes off the join, if you like, we'll have this section. So what I've actually done, if you can see here, quite not hard to do, I just used a chisel basically and just chiseled out so that when this piece sits on here, so it is screwed to here, it'll be glued and clamped on this edge. And then what I will do is, the side of this right up to the start of the bridge here, there will be a cardboard piece, which is like a retaining wall, I suppose, at the side, you know, which will go across either side, and the same at this end. So what you will see up to the bridge, this will be actually sunk into the foam, so that will be like a retaining wall, and then going across like this, but obviously underneath, with the same brick as the pillars. Now at the moment I've only got the two pillars in this side. There's another two pillars that go at the back. And going back to that question, what's next, then I'm thinking, well, at what point do I put the track in? And I realised that, because I was thinking about how I'd conceal any wiring to the track, because this module has to be able to lift off. So quite fortunate, being a meter, I can actually have the droppers actually going behind that retaining wall on those pieces, so you won't actually see them, so there's no need at all to bring wires down any piers, which is what I was originally going to do. Now the other thing, so after that obviously I'm going to cover it in the paper, get the river banks right, but just some progress on the actual underside of the bridge, and there's still a fair bit to go. I'll just take this off so you can see that this has been finished. So the actual legs go in here, so the legs will be screwed to the bridge, and this has to then have the other pieces put on top, so there'll be L girders going across, so when you look at the bridge side on, these will have to be straightened up a bit, but you will actually see an L, so or would it be a T? But anyway, they're going to be girders, so the pieces will go across and make the bridge look like it's got more structure. So that's pretty much it. Now, one thing I wanted to mention, just as a matter of interest, was every now and then I have to get behind the layout, particularly every now and then when I've messed up and I can't get in with a screwdriver. So I found this little tool here, which is like a ratchet, which has a number of pieces that you can put in, different sizes, Torx bits I think, but Phillips and flatheads. And it's great because what it means is, if I do need to get in here to undo a screw, I can actually locate the screw and I can actually undo it. Because I have had times where I've needed to get in and I couldn't. So yeah, it was pretty inexpensive, probably about the equivalent of about $15 or $18. But yeah, very useful. So as you can see from outside, it's our winter just starting now, and today we've got a torrential rain and storm coming here in Perth. So perfect modelling weather. So anyway, that's the bridge. So I'll just put that back on. So when the actual, it's actually not a suspension bridge, but when the pieces go in, hopefully it should look reasonably good, and I have been testing it to make sure I can get it out, and the joints across the baseboard, which are here, so I will be putting the brass, or sorry, the copper clad across, but the actual joints, I'll just focus in on it, the actual joint here is very good, so I just not real keen. Well, it's good if you can get the joints like that, so obviously when you're looking you can't tell that's where there's a joint. But yeah, that's how it is, and then that screws onto a piece here, piece of wood. It'll give it a bit more strength, because taking it on and off, I want it to be really strong. Right, that's it for Oak Street. Hopefully the next one you'll see a lot more progress. Thanks a lot. See ya. Bye.